We break our noodles in half. I know that's controversial. I'm sorry if I've offended somebody. Hello everyone, we are out here at the Greenstalk. I am going to cut some bok choy off and we're going to go inside and make a vegetable lo mein. I thought I was going to make my own lo mein noodles. I have not had time, and I came out the other night to water this and I noticed that one of my bok choys had bolted. So I guess I better prioritize cooking these over learning how to make the noodles. Something is starting to nibble on this one, so I'm definitely going to take this one. I don't actually know how to do this. I don't know if I snip it or pull the whole thing out. In the store it looks like the whole thing is pulled. I'm sort of just twisting it. Well, I don't know if I did the right thing, but the root is still in there. I've had a lot of trouble this year with things bolting sooner than I had hoped they would. Oh boy, I got the whole root on this one. If you are an experienced gardener and you have tips for helping things not bolt, I would love to hear it. I've heard of garden systems where you have like, trellising plants that shade the more sensitive greens. Oh. But yeah, if you have tips, I will gladly hear them. So I've got my bok choy washed up really well. There was a little guy in here nibbling on these, so we scrubbed them. I did one piece at a time, and I'm gonna chop them up. I will link the recipe below that I'm loosely following. It calls for other veggies that I didn't feel like purchasing today. I did pick up some mushrooms though, because that sounded delicious to me, and the mushrooms were not in that recipe. So we're really just loosely following. All right, so I'm just gonna chop this up best as I know how. I don't think I've ever cooked with bok choy. It was really easy to grow. Over here in a pot, I have some water boiling so that we can cook our noodles. I could not find lo mein noodles in the grocery store, so I just got spaghetti. I know this is not traditional, but I make another recipe that's, it's supposed to be a soba noodle, and it's like, it's a bunch of Asian sauces with eggplant, and I just use spaghetti in it, and it works fine. And this helps our bulk pantry, go further through more meals. When you start stocking a lot of specialty pastas, it can get a lot more complicated. And that's part of why I want to learn how to make my own, because then I can just use the flours that I have on hand to recreate some of our favorite Asian dishes. But today was not the day for that, I suppose. We still have plenty of bok choy out there, so if it doesn't bolt, maybe I can try this again with some fresh noodles. I'm gonna salt this water a little bit and get my pasta ready. The recipe only calls for half a pound, which is funny because I think this seems like a lot of veggies for half a pound. We'll see. Just eyeballing it here. We break our noodles in half. I know that's controversial. I'm sorry if I've offended somebody. While those are cooking, I want to go over some of our sauces. One of my goals with our pantry was to stock clean, like Asian cuisine sauces, and that can be really hard to do because a lot of them have a lot of preservatives or thickeners or food dyes, but we have found some good options. So we get this one from Azure. It's a sesame oil, and you can buy this in bulk, and it's cheaper when you buy the bulk option. We also really like this soy sauce. It has really clean ingredients. There's no dyes or preservatives. This is also from Azure. We also buy this in bulk. I think it comes in a 6-pack. And then I thought I would show this to you guys just since we're talking. The recipe does not call for this today, but I have been searching for an organic hoisin sauce that doesn't have a billion ingredients in it. This is only sort of okay. I don't know if you can see this. Maybe it'll focus. But it does still have caramel color in it, but it says it's organic caramel color. I don't really know what the difference is. I've been trying to research that, but it's also hard to find information. If you know what that is, let us know below. But it is a lot cleaner than a lot of the things out there. I got it on Amazon in, I think it was a 3-pack, or maybe I just ordered 3 on our subscribe and save, and that was an affordable way to pick this up. One thing that I still have not found a good replacement for is oyster sauce. This one has monosodium glutamate, modified cornstarch, caramel color. It's just not, I don't know. I don't know what those things are. I don't want to eat them. So, but we do, I guess, because we like this, but we don't cook with this very often. So if you know a great oyster sauce that would be a good replacement, I would love to know. The pasta is almost done, so I'm gonna start sauteing the veggies. I've just strained my noodles while this is heating up. I'm gonna get the veggies going. These are green onions that we froze out of the garden. They're all stuck there. I have found that the flavor with these thawed green onions is still great, but it does sort of make them a little wimpy, but that's okay. And I'm gonna grate the garlic in here real quick. This is my favorite way to chop garlic. And then it calls for fresh ginger, but I'm just gonna use dried. We're trying to sort of adapt this recipe to make it something that the bulk pantry can sustain. So that's our cooking goal around here. Okay, let me add a little ginger. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add our veggies here. Does seem like a lot of bok choy. I wonder how much bigger mine are compared to a miniature bok choy. Maybe I need some tongs. A baby bok choy, that's what I was trying to say. Stuff cleaned up while those wilt down. My veggies have cooked down really nicely. I am gonna add the sauce ingredients. I'm gonna add the soy sauce. They want you to add dark and light soy sauce, but I only have this kind. It did want me to mix this all in a bowl before adding it, but I'm not doing that. And then I'm gonna add some sesame oil. That's a little more than it wants, but I really like sesame oil, so I think it will be fine. Gonna get it nice and stirred up, make sure that sugar has a chance to dissolve. I'm not really worried about overcooking these veggies because we were pretty used to takeout, and those veggies are always pretty overcooked, so they can do it, I can do it, right? And now I'm gonna put my non-authentic noodles. This is when I wish I had a nice big wok. Maybe someday if we get into this sort of cooking. All right, I'm gonna taste it and see where we're at. It's good, but it doesn't quite have that thick, saucy flavor that you would get if you got carry-out lo mein. I think I'm just gonna do my own thing here. A little bit of hoisin, a little more sesame, and then I think I'm gonna put sesame seeds on my bowl. This is really good, but it's not like carry out just yet. I wonder what the trick is to that sauce. Maybe it's just you need a lot more sauce. So I'm gonna serve this up. I'm grabbing a lot of mushrooms because I'm currently the only person in the family that likes mushrooms. And the kids are just gonna pick theirs out. And here is the final product. I'm pretty happy with this because this was really easy and it allowed me to take advantage of something that I'm growing in the Greenstalk. So thank you all so much for joining. I put the recipe I was inspired by below, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.